Welcome back to Frontend Inside. Today we will see how to flatten a nested array into a single dimensional array. So I will use two different methods in JavaScript. Okay. So the first method uh, uh, I use recursion, and the second method uh, I will use the built-in flat method. Okay, so by the end of this video, you will understand both techniques and know when to use each. Okay, so the goal is to turn a deeply nested array like array this array. We have the main array, then inside that we have the array of 1, 2, and inside of that array we have array of 3, and then over them array of then inside of that array of 6 and 7. And if we flat that array, then we need to convert that array into a single dimensional array. Okay, so the flat array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so if the input is the output, expected output would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a single dimensional array. Okay, I hope you understand this. Okay, so let me write the logic for this. Okay, so I will use the recursive method first. Okay, so let me create the function first. The function name is flatten array recursive. Okay, so and we'll pass the array as a parameter. Okay, so the first step in the recursive way, we need create an empty array to hold the flatten result. So let's create let result is a empty array. Okay, so, and the second one, look through each element in the array. Okay, so let's use the for of loop for the elements of array. Okay, so now then we will check if the array is if the array is actual array or not. Okay, so check if the element is means this element is an array or not. Okay, so for this we need to write the if condition. If array dot is array. Okay, so it checks if it is array or not. Okay, so then we call the function recursively and concatenate. Okay, so result I will explain each the line by line concept after this code. Okay, so then we will call our recursive function array. Okay, so else if it's not array, then we directly push it into the single dimensional result dot push and then element. Okay, so if it's not array, we push the element into the result. So now the last step is we need to return our result. Now test it. Log flatten array, and we need to pass the array here. So we have this okay, and our expected output would be this. single dimensional array. Okay, so let me save it and then test it. There is an error. Let me check. Maximum call stack size exists. Okay, let me check. Where is the error? Okay, the error. I should pass the element there, not the main actual array. That is why. Okay, let's test it again. Okay, so we got the expected output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I will tell you the line by line explanation. Okay, so we start with the empty array. So this array to hold the flatten result into flatten array. Okay, those. Okay, now the second step. The first element 1, 2, and 3. This is the first element 1, 2, and 3. So it's an array. It's an array. So it called flatten array recursive. This method again. Okay, and it will loop through again just that. Okay, so inside the recursive call. Okay, so let me write that. So here we look through each element in the array. Okay, and then sorry, this must be here. And then here we check if the element is an array. Okay, then if it is array, then we call the function recursively. Call the function recursively and concatenate. Okay, and then if it's not array, okay, if it's not an array, we push the element. Okay, so we push the element here. And then finally we return the result. So let me explain it. Return the element. Okay, so I will tell you the logic behind this, means how it actually works. Okay, so we start with the empty array, the result. Okay, then we check, then we look through each element in an array. Okay, so and then we check if the element is array. Yes, element is array in the first step. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, this one the array. Okay, so it again call the function call the function recursively. Okay, then again it checks. So 1 and 2, it flatten the 1 and 2 and then check 3. Okay, so 3 is also array. Then again it call the function recursively. Okay, call the function recursively and add it to the result. Okay, so likewise it performs the recursive function recursively on all array elements. Okay, so let's use the flat method. So I will tell you, let's use the flat method. Let me comment this. It's just a one-line solution. I simply return array dot flat and we pass infinity. So what it do? It flatten the array to a new depth using infinity. It doesn't matter how long your array, it always flatten the array. Okay, so we call the flat infinity onto the array. Okay, and then the flat method goes through every element and flattening the nested array at any edge, and then it creates the new array. So our expected output could be this. Okay, so let me save it and run this again. Let me clear the terminal, and now we get the expected output with this method as 2. This is the method 2. Okay, so both methods produce the same result, but each has response and cause. Okay, so recursive, in case of recursive method, it gives full control over how you handle each element, and then it is useful for custom operations during the flattening, and also it slightly more complex to the cons is slightly more complex to write. Okay, so in the flat method, it's single line and concise and perfect for straightforward use cases, but we have the less control over individual operations here. Okay, so that is the final code. This is the first method. This is the first method. Sorry. So this is our first method, and this is our second method. Okay, so we explored 2 ways to flatten a nested array in JavaScript: the recursive method and the flat method. Okay, so choose the method that suits your needs: recursive for custom control and flat for simplicity. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Frontend Insight. And for more such videos, see you in the next video. Thank you.